Hey y'all, welcome to Consignment Chats. This is our Real Deal Live episode, our monthly episode, where we do what? We talk about all that's happened in the last month. Why? Because we know y'all want to know all about us and what we do. Why? Because Samantha, why? Look at us.
Because it's us. We just can't stop chatting. If people are listening or not, we just want to chat.
We'll chat either way.
That's all that matters.
Somebody's listening because Stuart's already here. Hi, Franklin Hill.
He's our number one fan. That's all that matters.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep, our number one fan.
All right. Well, we got a lot to get into for July here. July was a wild ride, and for so many reasons, right?
I think we've had a lot going on.
Yeah.
You've had a lot going on. I had
a little going on. I'm going to post some pictures later in the Consignment Chats community about what's going on here at my new space and some fun organization I had done for me yesterday. Ooh. Yes.
I can't wait to see what your helpers did. That's awesome.
It's pretty amazing. Right now they are up at Lowe's, my son and his buddy, getting the supplies to build me an inverted flat lay table. So I'll be posting that separately. Hopefully it goes well. And
Wow. If anybody can pull that off, Avery's your guy.
He's my guy. Yeah.
He's got quite the creative and do it kind of brain.
Yeah.
He's a doer. He'll make it happen.
I was watching for a couple months, Patty Kaufman, a member in our community, photographed during listing parties on her inverted flat lay table. And I was like, that looks good. So I reached out to her and she gave me some info on it. So that was really awesome and a big help. So
good.
We'll see.
I'm excited.
We have such a great community.
Yeah,
everybody's
definitely
supporting and helping each other.
Yeah. All right. So what do we want to get into first? Should I do my wrap up from last month of all the construction stuff? I think I talked about, and I don't think I updated because I think it happened right at the beginning of July. We ended up taking out the Pergo flooring that I was trying to sell that you guys were so helpful about. I wanted to have somebody ideally come and remove it because we're doing construction upstairs. And we have a lot of like architectural salvage pieces. But we ended up removing it. Nobody purchased it. But I think it was 2 days after it was removed. Somebody purchased it on Facebook Marketplace, came, picked up all the pieces, and they were able to reuse it. They were thrilled with it. I think it was $150. I sold about 300 square feet for, which I was happy with. I was mostly happy that somebody is able to use it and it didn't need to go into a landfill or dumpster or anything like that. So that was the real win there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now I'm working on what other pieces do I have that we salvaged? Well, my dad salvaged. He took out 2 radiators. Which I've sold a lot of radiators before. I don't know, maybe about 15 radiators over the course of a couple of years. So I have 2 radiators for sale. One was just purchased on eBay yesterday. The guy's coming to pick it up today, I believe. Yeah. So, and the other one's still for sale. I'm sure it'll sell.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're moving and grooving. A lot of stuff here. And then, I have one more update on the salvage pieces. So from a previous salvage, we had cast iron sinks that weigh about like 300 pounds each. The one sold, maybe not 300, maybe, I don't know, well over 100 pounds. Yeah, they're huge and heavy. The one sold almost like within a couple weeks, and the other one just sold. So my dad had to go meet the people down at the house today, and it was 2 ladies coming to pick it up. So I'm expecting a call at any moment now. Oh, wait, my mom has an update here. Oh, the neighbor Vito was there. The neighbor Vito was there, and I guess helped them. Yeah. So 2 ladies were coming to pick up this sink, and my dad said to them, well, it's really a 2-man heavy lift. And they were like, "Oh, we got it," but apparently Vito the neighbor got it, not my dad and my dad. Yeah. So
Hey, Joe.
late breaking update on the cast iron sink. Like, I swear people come to pick stuff up in the most ridiculous vehicles, unprepared. It's just a given, right? For that big stuff, it's a given.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you remember the coffee table we sold and they came in a convertible to pick it up? That giant glass insert
Yes.
coffee table, and they came in a convertible, a small sporty convertible to pick up this giant thing.
Yeah, because then literally the sky's the limit. There's no making stack. Just stack it up. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, Vito sounds like somebody that could have moved it by himself. Yeah, I'm thinking Vito probably could have.
Either that, or
Like
he's
somebody
got,
that's moving a lot of things, really.
or he's got connections. Well,
Yeah, he should have some guys for that.
Yeah, so the house they redid is in Old Forge, Pennsylvania, and we have a lot of salvage pieces. I think I did a video a while back on all the doors and all that stuff. So it's been selling slowly and surely. So it's cool that people are reusing all that stuff.
I love it. I love to look at that stuff. Anywhere I am that they have it, I just think it's all so cool.
Yeah.
The old pieces, especially cast iron sinks.
So I don't normally sell stuff like that. I mean, I'll sell anything. If I ever redid my house, I don't know how many cast iron radiators we got around here, but I'd sell those. But my dad is a contractor, and he has recently started bringing me like old windows and things. He's like, "This is just really cool. Like, look at the hardware. Like, look at." So now I have to go do something with these old windows.
You just put them up and sell them. We've sold a lot of windows in our day.
Lots of windows. Yeah.
Crafters like them. People who are redoing, replacing one-ups on their houses like them. But crafters do a lot of things with them. What we used to do, Samantha, and you could use this as an idea on your social media, is like put a picture of one of your windows and then put like a Pinterest idea board of what people have done with windows. And you might inspire somebody locally to go, "Ooh, I want to make that for my living room wall." Or we used to post things like that a lot on our social media when we get those things in. So
it's a good idea.
Oh, Cam said he used to sell a ton of Griswold cast iron pans. Yeah. I heard they went down in value. They aren't as sought after now. I don't know if that's true or not. I think I heard that on Pure Hustle podcast. I think
we saw cast iron last weekend, I think, didn't we, Stuart? And we were like, "Oh, the resale value isn't there anymore." I feel like we had that conversation.
Mom.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all.
I think it has to be like a very certain type of pan if you're going to do it. Like I think the bigger ones are still sought after, but I mean, then they're heavier and they're more of a pain in the butt. But my dad has a soda blaster, so I pick up all the rusty ones that people are just going to like throw out and stuff, or they got like a quarter on it, and he will refinish or, blast the stuff off them so I can reseason them and make them new again. But I don't sell any cast iron. I cook with all of it over a fire. So
I love cooking with it. I love mine.
Mom,
yes.
Frank, or Stuart said Vito sounds like a guy that could move it himself. Sorry, I just had to share that because I thought that was
hilarious. Yes, that's the other thing Stuart's saying. We didn't know if they were repos either. That's some of the things you have to really look at.
Yeah.
Is, I mean, repurpose, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went into some shops and it was like, okay, these look old, but are they really old?
Yeah.
Right.
And I can't, maybe so when I was listening to them talk about it on Pure Hustle podcast, they were saying you put like a business card underneath it and see if it spins to see if it's warped at all. They were talking about like, how do you tell if the bottom of the pan is warped? Because how like it can do that. The cast iron can do that over time.
Never heard that.
Yeah, it's something like you put it and you spin it. Yeah. All right. Topic for today is
whatever you
July sales. What did everybody's July look like? We're going to share some of our numbers in a little bit here, but we want to know how everybody's July was.
Yeah, let us know how it went.
I'm still keeping an eye on
too.
I'm still in denial that July is over. Like, how is it
Right?
August already?
It snuck up. It
Yeah, I
snuck
know.
up.
It's crazy. We got FlipCon, next week?
Oh yeah. And put in the
Yeah.
comments if you're going to FlipCon so we know who we're gonna meet. Molly and I are gonna meet up with there. We're trying to talk Samantha into coming down, but she just can't swing it.
No, I was trying even yesterday, as early as yesterday, to talk to her. I'm like, all you gotta do is get to Libby and we got you taken care of. Just do it. Just do
Yeah.
it. Oh, good. Keegan's going. Yay.
All right.
Oh,
Maybe we'll have
awesome.
time to do an interview with him, Lib.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. So
try to do that.
my thing is putting my store like on vacation again would kill me. That's part of July. I had to take so much time off the end of June and beginning of July that July was not great. And I think that I know that was definitely part of it. I wasn't being consistent, and it sat there. I still made sales, but it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a Cam's update.
Okay.
All right, sales up, monetary down.
So things are moving, just not. And I saw that last month in June was that we sold more than the previous months, more items, but what people were purchasing was lower dollar value. Yeah. Oh, Stuart and Amy had a great month. Yes. Awesome.
Y'all, my friends came to see me last weekend, and I still don't have a voice. I didn't have it before they came. Poor things. There was a lot of quiet time. Usually you can't shut me up, but there was time in the car where I was just like, I just can't be part of the conversation. I'm just going to listen. But we had so much fun. We did the U.S. Highway 21 yard sale. And I'm just throwing this in now since Stuart put it up there. I know we were talking sales, but he did it. He put it out there.
He put it out there. All right.
So
and did an awesome video. You got to head over to Franklin Hill Ventures if you haven't seen it yet on YouTube and see the recap.
Yes, head over to his YouTube and watch the video. It is good. He stayed up late that night after getting home. How, buddy? I don't know. You're awesome, because I was done and needed a whole nother day to get myself back together. We did. They came in Friday. We had a nice dinner out Friday night. I was the worst hostess ever. Not a meal cooked, which that's not normal, Libby. We're usually on top of cooking meals. We, I think, paid for every meal. We did not. I just couldn't do it. But we did the whole, in the end, well, Stuart and Amy did the whole US 21 because we split off from them Sunday and they went up to the end to leave. But we did all day Saturday, and it started Friday, which now we understand we need to go Friday because apparently that was when everybody was out. It was hotter than blazes out there. I mean, sticky. You would just have like hard to breathe air when you'd walk out, like just thick stick, because it would rain in the evenings and afternoons and just create this humidity. And sadly, a lot of the vendors, they do it all up and down the highway. Like a lot of it, they'll have open fields where there's a ton of vendors and it's like set up that way where you rent your space. But then there's also everybody and their brother in their yards doing it. And you go back and forth and do it. But it was so sad to see how much they leave their stuff out overnight because they can't keep setting that up every day. How much of their stuff just got ruined with rain. And it was really sad to see. A lot of them were doing deals. Like one of them had a trailer full of clothes that were wet and said free, just take what you want. And we did go through them and get some. And then we were parked right at a laundromat gas station. So Nick sat and dried them. He did coins in there to dry the clothes before we packed them in the car. But yeah, it was just it was sad for that part, but we had a great time. We found a lot of stuff. Our car was packed. I'll have to share pictures. It was funny.
Wait, I think here, Stuart summed it up. Cam said there was no room for him in the car.
Not even a wafer thin. I mean, you just could not fit a thing in there. It was good we were able to breathe, but we did have a ball. We found a great estate that we love. But one thing that I learned, two things I loved about it, aside from sourcing, because y'all know that's my jam no matter what. One thing I loved about it was that Nick got to know them better. And it was wonderful to, I've always been Team Stuart and Amy. I adore them from the day I met them. So now to have Nick adore them too, I loved. But also, I learned that Amy and Nick are two of the same minded people with things. Like they're like very symmetrical packing people. So Stuart and I just backed up and let them do it. They're like Tetrising the trunk back there. This year, this there.
Make a pile and have them pack it up. I like that.
We're like, peace out. Y'all take care of it. And I mean, the two of them had it like, boom, like, okay, we're good.
Oh my gosh.
Love it. So it was a good weekend.
So should we like plan a C Chats thing for next year for Highway 21? What are your thoughts on that?
So we're going to wait. I would like to plan something like that. Yes. However, Stuart is going this weekend to the, tell me which highway it is again, Stuart. It is the longest in the U.S.
What is that? Which one
And
was the one
he's
you guys
doing that this weekend with a couple of friends. And so I want to hear from him the comparison between the two. Because they do a lot, like there's two here in North Carolina. I know there's like the 304 or something. And then they do the Peaches, US 127. That's it.
Okay.
Then they do the Peaches to Beaches.
Look, they all knew it. Shagan Camp.
I think the 127 starts in Michigan too.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the way down the, it's from top to bottom. It's huge. So a lot of people go to that. But there's also Peaches to Beaches from Georgia into Florida. I mean, there's plenty we could do. I think it's a matter of kind of looking at them all, getting feedback from everybody and deciding which one is the best for us to try to do.
I think that would be a fun adventure, especially if this is going to be the last year for FlipCon.
Yeah.
So I just need to take like 2 months of travel time off next year, right? That's what we're saying. Every time we talk, which we talk a lot, you guys just add on trips I need to take.
690 miles long. All right, Samantha, you can meet us somewhere along that 690 miles.
Well, see,
I say we meet up in Tennessee.
When they go through several states, like I think Kevin Commonwealth Picker was going to do last weekend too, and I'm sure he did, but we never met up because, of course, he started in Virginia where he lives. We started where it starts in North Carolina, so you never see each other. I think it would be very random to see each other. But when you do like a Peaches to Beaches from where I am, I'd start in Georgia. But we have so many Florida resellers in our C Chats community that would start down there. So you'd kind of have to say, okay, start where you are. And if you're near whatever restaurant, kind of meet us for lunch at 2 or whatever, and do something like that, or just hope you run into them. But this was a smaller one, and there were, and it wasn't as crowded, but I could see it being a mad scene.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I definitely want to do more for sure.
We gotta think. All right, Cam's got the plan here. We thought about flying to Michigan, renting a large U-Haul, and driving back to Texas.
There you go.
Now that's an adventure. Wow.
I would do that in a skinny minute. Absolutely.
Really?
That's a long drive.
I wouldn't rent a U-Haul. I would rent one of those camper vans and just pull something behind it.
I highly recommend not doing the Michigan portion of it. It's a very small portion of Michigan. It's densely populated, and nobody from the reseller community that I've seen, nobody enjoys that section of it all. They go down further into the highway and start down.
They're throwing Monty Python references in there. Oh my gosh.
Yep, Stuart, Nick's piping in for you. I thought you were
that's
working.
Nick. Oh.
Yeah. I thought he was working.
What's Monty Python? No, I'm just kidding. I watched it once, I think. It's fine.
Oh my God.
That's your new buddy, Stuart. Of course he got it.
Oh yeah. Oh God, so many fun adventures we have planned. Definitely.
I just think that these planned out yard sales are fun. I mean, you do get your crafter booths that you're not, that's not my thing. I don't want to go see a bunch of painted jars or whatever. I mean, they're talented, they're wonderful, but that's not what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. And then you did find some that were priced for collectors, not resellers, but then you found those beautiful ones that, I mean, Stuart was getting boxes of stuff. Like, I'll give you that box for $5. We went to one that they were hot and done near the end, and they just wanted to end it. And this woman was like, Stuart asked about one item, and there was a table full of stuff in a box. She had already started packing up, and she goes, I'll sell you the whole box for $5. everything on the table and the box. So I cannot wait to find to see what was in that box, because we have no idea. He's going to
Oh my
unbox that.
gosh, yeah.
Yes, that estate I think was very kind of hoarder house.
All right. Hi, Beth. Yeah, this is really. Oh, now I have the bug. I'm like ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Now I have like an inch of space in my new digs here. So
Right.
yeah, I gotta sell some stuff. My goal is
Right.
I want to sell as much stuff as I list every day.
All right.
So that nothing gets volume wise, like square footage wise. So
Right.
nothing gets out of control, because I can live with it like it is now. So
Well, see, I can't.
I gotta see how I can get there.
I got to downsize mine a lot and start being more specific with what I source and do. So that's my next, is figuring that out. Like, what am I downsizing from? What am I going to let go of? What am I going to focus on? And I got to get all this stuff out of my house so that I'm not taking up, full bedrooms and a garage.
Yeah.
So I got to figure that out.
My husband and I talked last night about things that we could move and rearrange in our basement so that I can hopefully double my inventory space and add another 20 to 30 totes. So, because I have outgrown my space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Boxageddon at a hoarder's barn. Oh, wow.
That sounds
wow.
fun.
That would be so much fun, Cam.
So what kind of stuff was it? Like toys, or I'm curious, like what kind of new in box stuff? Glassware?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam says the Mastermind Jar of Change challenge is perfect for me. Is that what we were talking about yesterday, Samantha?
Is that the $25? All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know it had an official name. All right. That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I've spent $12 of my 25 so far, and I got it all listed last night.
Well, I could consider pulling out what I got this past weekend and making it my $25 from our.
I think when I come down to you, Molly, on
Sunday.
Oh, I'll be there. Yeah, Sunday. I'll start the challenge then, because there's no way I can go out and source here.
Because your mother will kill you.
My mom might put, since she's helping me organize, she might put a boot on my vehicle if she hears that.
Jane will be. Libby's mom's house is on the same property. I can see Jane now. You go to your car with your sourcing bag and her coming out. Please stop where you are.
Yep, absolutely. I misread Beth's comment. Let me put it up here. I just finished sourcing. I'm laying out the haul for a picture. I thought you meant that you were just like done. Like I just figured like it was hot. And you were just like laying there. Like, yeah, I read it too fast.
Awesome. I love it.
Ooh, all right. You'll have to share that with us. I can't wait to see it. Oh my God.
Says the stuff from the barn. Let's see. Family had 4 kids. They bought stuff for all their weddings and grandkids' gifts. Large tiered.
That's nuts. Like they were still children and they bought all of their an excuse to buy more things. Oh, someday in 20 years, we're going to need to give this to somebody.
Wow.
You might need some. If that's you need a little. I don't know. We might want to talk to somebody.
Wow, it's good for us.
I know people that retail arbitrage, but they don't do retail arbitrage for things that are like selling now. They do it for in 20 years. This will probably sell really well, and then they hoard those things, which sometimes can pay off. But like, that's crazy to have just boxes of things laying around hoping that someday in 20, 30, 40 years they're worth something and somebody will do something with them.
Well, so then are they not listing them and waiting for that time, or are they listing them?
They wait.
Wow.
Waiting. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be having all that stuff stored away all that time. Then you have some kind of natural disaster and lose all that.
Or it be Beanie Babies and nobody cares.
Right. Like, what are the odds you'll hit that one thing? And what are the odds you'll be alive and need that cash at the point that, I don't know. I mean, think about all that money that it's taking.
That's a huge risk. It's a huge risk.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Yeah.
I think sourcing your items versus consignment is a risk enough, much less trying to buy for 20 years down the road.
Yeah.
There are times where I get nervous that I'm, putting my money on the line for things and think hard about what I'm putting my money on the line for. But, and that's the part of my process that I have to think through now. And y'all are going to help me as I figure out where I'm going to kind of focus my business. I'm looking for a new focus come the new year, where I'm going to kind of regroup and refocus my part of my business.
Well, I think the wedding party behind you is a good focus. You have that whole little setup.
It looks so good. Look at that wedding party. Fancy.
Awesome. They're ready for resale therapy Thursday night.
I mean, I think you're going to have to refocus on jewelry because I think you have like 4 tubs of it.
Cameron.
That was a smart
2 girls coughing now.
That was a smart investment. That's going to pan out for you, I'm sure.
I mean, that's a sure thing. Like I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Solid decision there, Cam.
Oh my gosh. So if you haven't popped in the comments yet how your July was, we want to know before we share kind of how our July was.
This is how Libby gets us back on track when we run off the rails.
I'm so excited to talk about July.
I don't
know. Maybe we don't want to talk about July. Maybe some of us don't want to talk about July. I don't know.
Oh, Cam.
That's so sweet.
Oh, we're glad to make your day. You make ours. If you haven't been to our social media to look at, did you just do it in the group, Libby? The picture of Cam's hats? Is it in our private community?
No, I didn't. No, I made that public. That was awesome. I think I posted it in the List Perfectly group too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That had to be public.
You haven't seen his self-made hats. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
All right.
Well, this is honesty at its best.
But yeah. All right. There we go. There you have it. There you have it.
I have to say the same, but then I was sick, things that slow you down.
Yeah, can we just blame it on us being sick? I think that's a great, there were like 3 other weeks to the month, but I'm going to blame it on that last week.
Yeah, I had one good week and, the rest were kind of ho-hum. That's where I'm going.
All right.
Well, it did suck because, we came back and we came back from Camp Listing Party in Phoenix and putting our stores on hold and everything and catch up. And then just as things get going, we get sick. And it's like dang it. It was picking up and then it fizzled right out.
Yeah. Womp, womp, womp.
Well, Molly, you did a significant bit of listing.
I did. Pick up my listing. Yeah, and I realized maybe being sick isn't that bad of a thing for my listing because I hate to just lay there. So I would literally, and Nick does a great job for me. And if you have anybody in your life that loves what you do and wants to support them, he'll sometimes at night just take a pile of jeans and measure them and take pictures of them. And he'll write on a notebook. He's got a notebook where he'll write what the jeans are, what the fabric is, what the measurements are. And that notebook just sits there. So every now and then I can pick up that notebook and I've got listings ready and just send the pictures through Photo Room and list. So that's what I did when I was sick and on the couch. I would sleep and then I would wake up and I'd list 3 things and then I'd go back to sleep.
That's commitment.
I'd get 1 or 2 or 3 things up and then I'd be out for a while,
I had a couple boxes of just little stuff. That same thing. I've been setting it aside, I don't want to deal with those little things. And since I was basically lived on the couch for over a week, I had a little photography area on my ottoman with a poster board and stuff.
Oh my God, you guys are making me so sad.
I went sick and old school right there. And I was just I would same thing, list a couple and then lay back down.
Right.
Hey, at least you were still working. You found a way to still work. What kind of job did you do that with?
24 hours just sleeping and laying there. Even though my body wouldn't let me do much, I had to feel like I was doing something. Just something.
You were. You got some really good listings up there. All right, Jason said July eBay was $24.20 with 10-day vacation. Awesome.
All right.
And then Shagan wants to know, Jason, where'd you go on vacation? I think actually we all want to know. Oh, Orlando. I got to keep up with the comments here.
I know, we're getting behind.
And then Jennifer had to come over and see what trouble Cam was causing.
Always trouble. Nothing but trouble.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure I
he's
left her
cloning
Target
Molly.
and
Yeah.
she didn't do it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I
All right.
love it.
We want to share about our July.
I
Sure.
want to hear first
Yeah.
out of anything an update
Yeah.
on your Poshmark 90-day commitment.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Time up. It was my processing. I did Mercari.
I
did some
tell
Etsy
everybody what you're
Poshmark.
doing because
All
not
right,
everybody
so-
may know.
All right. So Molly says I use the term not a fan. I have not been a fan of Poshmark for what? How long has Poshmark been around? 12
I
years?
don't know because we literally started it the day it started.
11, 10, I don't know, whatever, 10 years. I've not been a fan, but yes, we've constantly used it for the whole time. So I did an experiment, and the ladies told me how to do it for 90 days where I was cross-listing. I used eBay. We always put everything on eBay, but then Poshmark, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari. I did some stuff on Grailed too. I haven't had any sales there recently. So yeah, just cross-listing across the board to see if it was worth my time and energy that I am putting in to listing, delisting, adjusting quantities, all of that good stuff. So I guess I have the results today.
So our rule is with C chats and what we
Yeah.
tell everybody, it has to be a minimum of 3 months when you try anything new, right?
Mhm.
Minimum of 3 months. You really can't tell anything in a business decision in a week. Minimum of 3 months before you can really report results in this business. All right, Lib.
All right. So okay. So 85.9 this month, 86% of my sales were on eBay. 6% were on Poshmark, which it's been in the 6% range for the whole 90 days. Facebook Marketplace 2.4, Shopify 5.4, Mercari 0.3, and then other stuff we do was 2%. So anyway, I'm going to stick with Poshmark. Here's where I've landed. I am going to stick with Poshmark. I mean, it was consistently bringing in 6% of the sales. I can manage one other platform. Of course, Shopify we will always use because that's our website and that's part of our live selling software. So that's non-negotiable. Mercari, out the door. I can't be bothered with the time and energy to list there, and not a fan of it. Facebook Marketplace. I used to sell a ton on Facebook Marketplace. I did only $150 last month. However, it was, you know what it was? It was the Pergo flooring. So I'm going to continue to sell my architectural salvage and larger furniture pieces, but that is all. I'm not putting on shipping items on Facebook Marketplace anymore. I'm not wasting my time because I've been putting them up and they just haven't been selling. It's just not worth the time and energy. But I am going to continue with the larger items on there. So I'm sticking with Poshmark. I'm happy with the 6%. Some of those were items that had sat on eBay for a while. So that was also like a good little thing that's been happening. Yeah. All right.
Hi, Jill. Look at this.
All right. What?
Mm-hmm.
You've been shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Oh my gosh. Like I've shipped thousands of items on Facebook Marketplace and
All right, Stuart, what are you doing? What's your secret?
What's the secret?
Let us know. We need to know your secret.
What kind of items? Yeah. We need to know.
Yeah, I need to look back in my thing and see the last time I shipped something through Facebook Marketplace. Like I did very well for local pickup there. I mean, through the auction group and things like that. But I don't remember the last time I shipped something through Facebook.
I think last month I might have shipped one thing.
I shipped one thing in May.
Libby, with your Poshmark, with our Poshmark, since I work with you in that business, you've been the one sharing everything, or have you been doing a VA?
I use the free Flip app to do all the sharing and the follows and all of that.
Okay.
So I'm not doing anything manually anymore.
Stuart, wasn't it you this morning? I know I was kind of out of it when you called, that said you pay a VA, the $25 a month VA, and it's worth it. I feel like it was Stuart. He called this morning to say thank you, and I was really out of it. I'd fallen back asleep. But I don't know if that's worthy to try. Hey, Jill. That 9-to-5 job, I tell you.
Darn jobs getting in the way.
Yeah. So Jill had at book club on Monday night, we're doing profit first, but we were discussing something about like efficiency and, letting things go if they don't serve you. And I don't know, Jill, if you want to put in the comments a little bit about your thoughts on that. And she said it was about firing consigners or firing clients, and how, you really should just be concentrating your efforts on the people that are making you money and, the top 20%. And she said, maybe the same should go for platforms. And I thought that was just so smart.
Yeah.
So Makari, you're fired.
Oh,
Facebook Marketplace, you're fired from shipping items.
Wow. So Stuart said at his Facebook Marketplace, 9 things shipping, 3 pickup, and they were glassware, china, etc.
Okay.
Which I would rather than pick up those things, because although Nick doesn't have a problem shipping it, he picked out this big old hand blown swan that's got wings and a big neck and a beak at the thing because he wanted to list it. And he said, I can ship that. And I was like, okay, honey.
Challenge. Wow.
And Stuart did start using Poshmark VA.
All right.
That Don recommended. It's increased his sales.
Over what? And what were you doing before that, Stuart?
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, because I use Flip, and it does make a difference. Oh, that's cool.
That is really cool.
It's also kind of ugly all at the same time.
I know. That's how I feel about it. Yes, Nick picked this out. Thank you, honey. I didn't realize you were home for lunch. Look at that.
Hi, honey.
My Vanna White just brought in the swan like that.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I thought you just had it sitting there. Oh, that's awesome. Wow.
Just popped in the doorway with a swan. So he must be down there listening to us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So all right. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think my decisions are good with that? About what I'm going to do going forward?
I feel slightly validated that you're going to stick with Poshmark, because I've been telling you to at least give it a chance. It gives you a little something. So
yeah, is 6% worth it though?
Well, does it pay for one of your platforms or one of your services? Like, is it covering an expense for you?
And here's a question.
I guess I could consider it covering my list perfectly. Yeah.
Right. My Poshmark covers like list perfectly. And then I get other sales sprinkled in from other places. So I just figured, okay, we're great.
Okay. I have a question. You know how these platforms all kind of have their algorithms, their things that they want you to do and things that they don't want you to do. And they kind of set it up to give you more plugs for your business if you're doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Could Poshmark be giving you more plugs by using Poshmark VA versus Flip?
Oh, I don't know if they're that smart.
No.
I don't know if it can tell. I don't know if it can tell which sharing bot you're
That's
using.
what I'm wondering.
Poshmark's going to start promoted listings as well.
Yeah, I did sign up for the beta. Wait, was that what the beta was for? Yeah, that was the beta was for. Yeah.
Yep.
I did sign up. I haven't heard anything. But they're already at 20% with their fees.
I know.
Like,
and is everybody else
a little bit?
Are our sales going to tank if we don't do it? Like,
I don't know.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I don't know. I signed up for beta as well, just so I could peek at it whenever they let us. But
yeah,
I don't know.
All right, Justified Pod. No, Jill, wait, maybe I'm mistaken. I thought you said last month that maybe it was Mercari, but that Poshmark was like 50% of your sales? I
know,
might
Jill,
I might get mixed up there.
I've been missing Jill, but now I don't need this kind of negativity in my life. Her and her Mercari is, I don't know how she does it. Let me see. What was my Mercari rate last month? I had eBay at 44.7% of my sales. Local meetup sales.
This is interesting.
Local meetup sales were 36.7% of my sales.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, I did a lot of cleaning out a couple hundred items from my inventory and listing them locally and doing things like that. So that was what that was. Oh, Jennifer, her Posh was 50%. And then let's see here. I had Poshmark. Where did it go?
The suspense is screaming.
I know. Poshmark was at 12.5% because that was a low month for me. And Mercari was at 3.7%.
Oh, all right. You beat my 0.3%.
That Shopify was 2.5.
Okay.
Because which my shop of somebody that just bought right off of my website that I had shipped to and had no idea who they were.
I did have a random sale from Shopify which is unusual. I actually have it hooked into my Facebook, not Facebook Marketplace, but into Facebook. And somebody randomly bought like a $80 wallet.
Nice.
That was a nice little surprise.
Nice.
Wow.
This one came from Google. I don't know if I've ever had a Facebook shop sale.
Oh, really?
I don't think I ever have. No.
Oh, you've been doing it longer than me. I've had maybe less than 10, but
Right, which is a lot for that, yeah.
Whoa.
All right. Wait, hold on a second. Can we have a review of the final showcase? Was that, I think that I might have won if that was the case.
No, my bag is downstairs. I was using it the other day.
You don't have a champion bag.
That's me. That is
nice.
That I feel for you, Joe. That makes me hurt a little bit because I know you could have got more out of it, but at the same time, good job, Nicole, for saying take that offer, just do it because it's summer.
Yes,
right now, absolutely. And you only paid $7 for it.
You paid $7 cash in your pocket. Those things take up a lot of room.
Yeah.
You should be thrilled with that. You should be thrilled with that sale, and no platform fees, right? Because it's Facebook Marketplace local deal. Like that is a win. Probably a super happy customer that is using it for an event and might bring it back for you to sell again.
I still think they should rented it, but I mean, they don't have enough businesses going on at this point. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, I'm interested in what Jill's saying here about the. I know you popped that up, but Jennifer said her Posh was 50% because I misunderstood what Jill said last month. Mercari and Posh together were 50. Mercari was like 35, and Posh was 15. Yeah. That's gonna. Oh, she's gonna try to resuscitate it though. All right. Don's giving out advice here. He gives some good advice. Yeah.
We really need to call him the Don, not just Don.
No, he's Don the tie guy.
He's the Don to me. The Don.
I'd be happy with 15%, Jill. I mean, if that was me, like I'd be happy to get that. I mean, I'm doing it at 6%. Like I decided that I'm going to continue it at 6%. So I don't think 15% is, I mean, it's hard to compare, right? We're comparing apples and oranges here. I get it. But
Don, we're live. Where are you? Why aren't you watching us? This is ridiculous.
2.5 hours to pick it up. All right.
Nice.
She really wanted that chair.
Yes.
I drove 2.5 hours for something I wanted for sure. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
One time I drove 3 hours to meet a guy for fishing lures. Did I resell the fishing lures? No, they were for my husband and it was a really good deal. And I met the guy halfway. The guy was from Detroit.
Wow.
And I literally drove to a
Wow.
gas station 3 hours away and then drove straight back. Did nothing else the entire trip and just bought $100 of fishing lures. It was a lot of fishing lures.
You can't
And it was a
drive
good
down
deal,
here to
but
go to FlipCon. You can drive.
I know,
Right?
What?
Jeez, Samantha.
That's just, I'm sorry. I love Bill a little, slight bit more than you guys, just a little bit. Also, it's a lot more than 3 hours to get to you, Libby.
All right, fine.
But if you just get to her, you're taken care of. That's it.
Yeah,
Just
it's
get to her.
the 13 hours to her, I think it is, or something like that. It's, yeah.
Joe, I feel like I asked you this before. Are you and Nicole going to FlipCon? I know you'll be at Boss, but I can't remember if y'all will be at FlipCon next week. I know Stuart and Amy are not going now. That's my sad face.
Jennifer's saying she likes to put those little things on Posh because people like to bundle. I sold for the first time a lower price piece of jewelry on Poshmark. I often hesitate. Like I always used to put like the boots and the bulkier things first on not first on Poshmark, but before my smaller things, because of the shipping. Yeah.
That's the girl.
I have to drive at least 5 for a bins. 3 is just a regular thrifting trip for me. If I want to actually do a thrifting trip, I have to drive 3 hours.
Samantha, if you came here, you wouldn't even feel like that because we could take you to. So I've got a Ben's literally 5 minutes from me, and when we're in Charlotte, there's a Ben's again right there by where we're staying. Just saying.
I was just telling Jennifer a little while ago how much I actually dislike thrifting. Like I'm just not a fan.
Oh gosh.
Not a fan. You're stealing my terminology there, girl.
Well, when you hear something over and over and over again, it kind of starts to stick. So
I did the 25, or I'm doing the $25 challenge to, try to see how much money we can make with $25 into it. I've spent 12 and I think I'm good. Like I don't want to go spend the other 13 in thrift.
Oh my gosh, I can spend that real quick for you. Real quick.
My gosh.
I was pretty controlled this past weekend. I'll tell you that yard sale trail was great for Stuart because he not only sells online, but has a couple of booths, and it's a great way to fill booths. There were some amazing things for him to do that. For me, I didn't do as much. I got some things, but I was much more selective because I don't have a booth. I got to store that stuff here at home. So.
Maybe you should get a booth.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Booths are not a thing here. So we have one lady that tried to do a flea market, but she was going more for she wanted people to show up and like sell out of their trunks kind of thing. And that didn't happen. So now it's like a rock shop. There's like 2 people that have booths inside this tiny building in a really weird part of our town. Like not a bad part of town, but like there's nothing else around it and nobody knows it's there. But they have a couple rock booths and then they have a couple vintage booths. I haven't been there in a couple years. They look like they have not changed or had any turnover from the photographs that I could tell.
Oh my God.
And nobody else goes there, but they're there every weekend.
Wow.
That's commitment.
Yeah. But I mean, if they like hanging out with each other while they sit there on the weekends, then I guess that could be their social hour.
Oh yeah. You know what, Joe? I forgot about that. I know I sent you a message, but please give Nicole our love for the best of Dad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
You posted that, and I commented on it. It could have been me personally, or it may have come through as C chats. But yeah, that timing's not good.
Oh, our thoughts are with you. That's
a toughie.
Yeah. And I hope you guys get to reschedule the trip to Vegas. My daughter also plans on me taking her to Vegas when she turns 21. So
yeah, well, is that a rite of passage thing? I don't know.
My daughter just turned 21.
Mm-hmm.
I did not take her to Vegas, and I did not offer to take her to Vegas.
I think it's because I like going to Vegas, and I told Maria that she was not allowed to go there until she was 21. So now it's just like a thing. Like,
all right.
Well, what Libby's daughter decided instead she's going to move downtown Philly in an apartment.
Yeah. She's living the dream right now. Living the dream, folks. Yep.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. Let us know who they are so we can meet up with them. And Molly and I will say hi, Joe. That'll be neat. Yeah. Jennifer did that for her. I did not know this was a thing. You know
I
what?
did not do it for Cal.
All honesty, I'm glad I didn't know it was a thing because, the pressure would have been there. And yeah, I don't think I could stack one more thing on my plate right now. Definitely not a trip to Vegas.
Cal didn't get that. Nope. No. He got dinner with his friends and embarrassing cupcakes at the frat house. That's what.
Oh, those cupcakes! Yes.
You got to find a picture of those. That has to live on.
Somewhere I have them. I did not get rid of the pictures. Oh,
yeah.
He was not a happy camper.
Yeah. So we just had my son's graduation party this past weekend. Because I always feel like he's the second and he always plays second fiddle. And this is kind of like whatever, personal, but I'm going to share it here anyway. His high school graduation party. My daughter graduated 2020, so there were no parties. There was nothing. There was not even a graduation. So whatever. I said, I don't have a house yet. My parents offered up their house. I was like, I'm just setting the date. We're having this graduation party. We're going to pull through. And it's just going to happen. I'm doing this. So everything went really well. It was fine. Even not having like a house. For those of you that don't know, I just moved. I'm living in the basement, which is my new consignment business. The upper level of my house is under construction where I'm actually going to live. So I'm just kind of sleeping on an air mattress in the basement of the new house and making the best of it. Can't wait to go to Molly's and sleep in a bed.
Not blown up with air.
Don't feel too bad for it. It is a beautifully finished basement. It's not like
it's not a basement, right? It's not a basement. I'm sitting in it right now. I'm going to share in the community later today, since we got a lot of the organization done. I'm going to share a video so you can see I'm not really roughing it. I'll be fine.
Libby, I'll even change the sheets from when Stuart and Amy were here for you.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. This is amazing. I'm going to be living in a lot of luxury here.
I'll even give you clean sheets. Oh, Annette and Peter. All right. That's what Annette and Peter. Do they have, what's their business name or their, do they have a YouTube or anything? Joe, let us know.
They're just Annette and Peter from Minnesota. You should know them.
We have Dallas SwapCon this weekend. Oh. Not completely sold on the idea of going. I'd like to know what that is. I'd like to go and figure that out. Is that something we need to know more about, Cam?
Yeah.
SwapCon. Like just for people that do swap meets? Or is it like one giant swap meet? I need to know.
No, not just a Febreze spray down, Cam. I'm actually going to give her clean, fresh sheets.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to do my video and post it today. It's not done, guys. It's a little rough, but it's progress, and I'm happy with it. So, yeah.
Progress
in the middle of the move. I have to say, like, my numbers this month, I'm very happy with July because I am in the middle of a move. It wasn't, and I did have to, shut the store down as I moved and everything. So my numbers are good. I was happy with July for what it was. Very, very pleased. Yeah.
I'm glad for you. That's good.
Yeah.
Are you? It's not good. I'm glad that I have local.
Like, I'm really happy for your great July.
That is good though. You had a lot of time away and a lot of things going on with you. So I am happy for you. That's good.
Yeah.
Mine was down a bit.
I wrote their names in my notes, Joe's friends. So if they're trying to just remind me they're on my phone when we're there. Sorry.
Reminder of the reminder.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. All right. Do we have anything else before we finish up? Because I gotta go get the boys to work on my inverted flat lay table now.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. No, I think I've got it all. You guys make sure you run over to Franklin Hill Ventures YouTube page. take a peek at our adventures this past weekend at the Highway 21 yard sale. He did a great job putting that together and did it so quickly. I've got one to put together, not so quickly. So
I can't wait to watch it. I haven't had a chance
enjoy
to watch
his.
it. I'm excited. Oh, and hit the thumbs up on the video if you're watching, please.
Yeah,
I always
right
forget to
now.
say that. And I'm the person that always forgets to hit thumbs up until somebody reminds me on your videos as well. So just if you can do that, that would be awesome.
Samantha's a good reminder of that too. You're
Yeah.
always good on other people's reminding them. And y'all,
You
Joe,
know why I do that on some? I mean, I want to support them, and I always hit a thumbs up. Like sometimes I regret hitting the thumbs up because I do it before I even know what they're talking about. Sometimes I unselect it, but also then we go across their screen. They'll get talking about something, and we get consignment chats up there for a long time. It's right there. Everybody sees it. And they're like, oh, Samantha wants to see that.
a little self-promotion going on there.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh.
Get engaged in your communities, people.
Also, guys, I was just thinking, Joe and Nicole, I'm not sure when they're going back on. I'd flip that, their YouTube channel. They do the Reseller Showdown game show every other Thursday night. I know that's been rescheduled and is not on its normal due to Nicole's family passing. But check them out. Go over there. Make sure you subscribe to their page and ring that bell too, because that is something you don't want to miss. And go back and watch ours.
So fun. And they're going to be a boss, and they're going to do so many fun things at Boss. So tickets are on sale. Use code CChats and get tickets now. And
please
be there or do it virtually. But either way, it's going to be so much fun this year. Mostly because I'm going to be there. But
if you buy a virtual ticket, y'all, and you cannot go, use code CCHATS, CCHATS, and you'll get $10 off of your virtual ticket. But we'd rather see you there in person because we want to hang out with you. So
yeah, definitely.
Yes.
There you go. All right, y'all. I got to get busy. We all got things to do.
I remembered my mug today. Oh,
cheers. I did not remember my mug. Oh, cheers.
Thanks, guys. It's been so
Bye,
much
y'all.
fun
Thanks
hanging
for
out with
coming.
you. Bye.
bye.